All right, guys, I'm gonna make like a little 5-minute vlog while I'm shopping Marjan to talk about driving in Morocco. This is one of the many questions I get the most of from people in America. So this is gonna be about my opinions about the driving in America. But to sum it up, I know a lot of people in America that could not handle driving. Thank you, shukran. That could not handle driving in Morocco. I'm fine. Meshi mushkil. When I first got here and I first got my car, holy crap, I was scared. I mean, I wasn't scared when I was driving. I was more scared like when I first got here and I was like in the taxis and all. I felt more comfortable me being behind the wheel. With that being said, every day something ridiculous driving wise happens to me. Like on the way here, a motorcycle decided to come out and there was a bus in his lane, so he decided to come towards me, but he didn't know which way he wanted to go, and he literally came so close to me. But listen, that's how it is here. Is it legal? It's not legal. Do the police really enforce a lot of the stuff that goes on here? Like, you know, no, they don't. I mean, I guess if you're in like major places, but like, no. People do all this crazy stuff. So in Morocco, a big thing they have here with driving is roundabouts, circles. Circles are huge in Morocco. And you may think as an American, oh, I've been in a circle, so have I. American circles are nothing like the ones here in Morocco. I have seen some huge ones. I think the biggest one I've seen was in Tanja, like 6 lanes. If you would do an aerial view of it, you literally would lose your mind. You don't understand how crazy it is. And then if you throw in like traffic and, you know, pedestrians, guys, pedestrians are all over the place. A lot of people don't look before they cross. Motorcycles, definitely. Motorcycles, I can't tell you how many times since I've been driving, motorcycles just go right out in front of you. Now, some may say, oh, you're probably just, you know, had a few bad experiences. Not all Moroccans drive like that. However, I've been driving daily since September, okay? Daily, all over. I've driven north, I've driven south, like I've driven all over, right? No, it's enough to tell you that a majority of Moroccans are not safe drivers. Now, with me saying that Americans like coming here, if you have anxiety, don't drive here in Morocco. But at the same time, I feel like the Moroccans, if you went to America, you would lose your license, most of you, right away. Like the stuff that is done here, cutting in front of traffic, literally, you guys, Americans or people that don't live in Morocco or not know about this. You could be at a stop sign, okay, or a red light, or not a red light, because I guess they're not gonna, they might, but let's say a stop sign. But there's tons of traffic, right? You can't cross, you can't go yet. No joke. The car behind you or the car behind them will come around you into the other lane and go in front of you, even though they can't go yet, just to get in front of you. And at first I'd be so mad, like what? But now I'm kind of used to it, and it's like, as long as they're not hitting me, you know, I guess I'm okay with it. But yeah, the driving, guys, in Morocco is crazy. Again, if you have anxiety, I recommend you use taxis or InDrive. So the systems for getting around in Morocco, taxis are everywhere. Each city has its own taxi color. And for those that don't know, that are coming here to visit, the color that you have, like Rabat is, actually I don't even know, Rabat's blue? I don't even use the taxi anymore, so I don't remember. But Casa is red. A Casa taxi cannot go into another city, so they can't cross cities. Another thing is they have InDrive. InDrive is like the Uber for Morocco. Technically, it is not legal. However, there's ads on YouTube for it. It's crazy. It's not legal, but yet they advertise. Everyone knows about it. Everybody uses it. The only time you'll run into a problem is like if you're calling an InDrive where a lot of taxis are. Like, you don't do that because the taxi drivers will like say something to the in-drive. It happened to me once. I didn't know this fact. This is when I first moved here. We went to the zoo and I needed an in-drive to go home. And I called the in-drive to the zoo. And there's all the taxis right there. Now, for those wondering why I just don't take a taxi, the reason is in-drive is an app. So you put in where you're going and it knows where you're at. So 9 out of 10 times, the driver doesn't need to call you. They see where you're at. Sometimes they still call you and then I just tell them no English, but whatever. The taxis, obviously it's not an app and you just get in and you have to tell them. And most taxi drivers, at least the ones I've encountered, don't speak English. So unless you know perfectly how to say where you're going in Tharisia or French, I guess, you're kind of screwed. And that's why I used InDrive for a long time. But in September, I did get my car. I got a 2023 Dacia Black, automatic. So automatic, it takes essence. Essence is the word for like regular gasoline. Diesel is the most popular here in Morocco. It's cheaper and it's better for your car. Me, I'm an American. Unfortunately, I never learned how to drive stick. And I'm not trying to learn how to drive stick and a new language at one time. So I have an automatic car. But yeah, I just want to tell guys the driving here is a little nuts. It does take time to get used to. I'm used to it. Things don't bother me as much. Unless I'm having a bad day, then I'm like really saying some bad words in my head in my car. But it's still Morocco. It's still an amazing country, the driving crazy or not. So come to Morocco, and if you have anxiety, just get an in-drive.